Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence,
legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
when you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Did you catch that? That short clip is only a preview of what we're about to watch. You're going to see Tom Homan, a man who spent years enforcing immigration law, directly challenge the arguments of a congresswoman who appears to be overlooking what the term illegal actually means. It's one of those moments that really highlights the clash between political talking points and on-the-ground experience. On one side, you have a career politician trying to make a political point. On the other, you have a seasoned professional calmly laying out how the system actually works. The exchange turns into a real lesson in how to respond to a loaded question without losing composure. Stick around, because we're about to break down the entire discussion. And if you enjoy seeing debates where facts and common sense take center stage, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.
Mr. Chair, I was looking, how did we get to this point? How did we get to this point where we take children out of mothers' and fathers' arms? And, it dated back, family separation, the way that we have seen it, where we take children away from their parents without due process, began last year under Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen, but I had to dig further, and our staff dug further. But where did this start within the administration? She implemented it, and we found a memo. It dates back to April 23rd of 2018, where there was an official recommendation to, quote, pursue prosecution of all amenable adults who cross our border, quote, illegally, even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice, including those presenting with a family unit between ports of entry in coordination with DOJ. Here is the memo that I would like to submit to the congressional record. And so I looked at this memo, and it seems like this is the source of it. And it seems as though, Mr. Homan, that you are the author. It says here from yourself, Kevin Mikulinen, and Francis Cisna. Is this correct? Did you sign the memo?
I'd have to see what you...
Yeah, give it
I'd be happy to provide it. And we'll provide it over, but I would like to note that here it says the official recommendation. There were 3 different options presented. The third included the option for family separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy?
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
From the very beginning, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez opens with a pointed question, suggesting that the zero-tolerance policy was designed to separate children from their families. She frames the issue in emotional terms right away. But Tom Homan responds without hesitation. He offers a simple, real-world comparison. If someone is arrested for driving under the influence with their child in the car, they will likely be separated from that child while they are taken into custody. His point is that when someone is arrested for breaking the law, separation from family members can occur as a consequence of the legal process. According to him, it's a standard procedure that applies in many situations. As the exchange continues, Ocasio-Cortez interrupts and shifts the discussion toward people seeking legal asylum. Homan counters by pointing out that crossing the border illegally is a violation of U.S. law, specifically referring to federal statute. His response centers on the distinction between entering the country unlawfully and requesting asylum through official ports of entry. At one point, Ocasio-Cortez presents a memo and highlights Homan's name on the document, suggesting it connects him directly to the policy in question. Homan remains composed. He acknowledges signing the memo, but explains that it addressed enforcing existing laws and presenting options related to border security. He maintains that his role was to offer policy recommendations and law enforcement perspectives. Throughout the exchange, Homan continues to explain his position and the reasoning behind enforcement policies, while Ocasio-Cortez presses him with further questions and criticisms. The discussion becomes a broader debate about immigration enforcement, accountability, and the role of government officials in shaping policy. Later in the hearing, another member of Congress raises concerns about comparisons that had been made between federal employees and historical regimes, saying such comparisons are offensive to those serving in government roles. Homan responds by shifting the conversation to border policy, arguing that ongoing immigration challenges are tied to gaps in enforcement and legislative disagreements. As the discussion continues, the chair reminds participants to respect time limits and maintain order during the hearing. The exchange closes with tensions still high, reflecting the larger national debate over immigration policy and border security.